What if you could have financial freedom? If you're here, you've decided that it's time to take control of your financial life. And I couldn't agree more. I made that same choice over a decade ago, back when I was a college student trying to balance my studies with working part-time. I worked hard and managed to make a bit of money along the way. But one day, when I logged into my bank account, I realized that I didn't have anything to show for it. The few $100s I'd saved at one point was basically gone. It was stressful, it was surprising, but it taught me a very important lesson about how maths, which is that I was spending more than I was making, and I couldn't see it until it was too late. Going through that made me realize that I needed to get way more hands-on with my finances so that I wouldn't be caught off guard again. And you know what, gang? I'm better for it. Because learning how to take control of my money then helped me not only spare myself from being that broke college kid, but it also made achieving other life goals possible over the years, like paying off my first car, or being able to afford to live on my own, or to begin saving for retirement, and even to do some travel. And you know what? We all deserve that kind of life, but we don't always know what it takes to get there. I'm Dee, welcome to the channel, and today I'm going to share how you can get started on this new personal journey to take back your finances and begin working towards your version of financial freedom. And I want to do my best to give you a running start by sharing the key questions that helped me back then and that you really need to answer to get on track and get started. Okay, first question. How much money do you make? Whether it's monthly or quarterly, you want to know the answer to this question. And you'd be surprised how many people don't know how much they bring in from their jobs or side hustles or other sources of income. So if you're in that category of people and you don't know how much you make sure you figure out that number because you're going to need it later to answer a very important question. Okay, question 2. How much do you spend? That's right, gang. You need to confront the beast. Yes, you know you spend too much eating out or shopping, but knowing that generally isn't enough. You need to know exactly how much you spend and where exactly your money is going. Why? Because you can't fix what you can't see. As uncomfortable as this part may be for some of us, you need to know what you're working with before you can jump in to make smart, impactful changes in your spending habits. Plus, we've got a major important question coming up, and you need this number to be able to answer it. Okay, time for that big math question now. After you compare your income to your expenses, what are you left with at the end of the day? This isn't complicated. It's actually painfully simple math and the most important math of your financial journey. You need to take the amount you spend and subtract that from the amount you bring in to see what you're left with. And here's what that number tells you. If it's a positive number, meaning greater than 0, and that you earn more than you spend, that's great because it means you made money that month and you can decide what to do with that surplus, whether it's putting it towards your emergency fund, putting it towards extra debt payments, a travel fund, or whatever else. But if that number is negative, meaning you spend more than you make, that's obviously not great. But it's critical that you know that and that you know by how much you're overspending, because then you'll be in the position to actually do something about it, whether that's cutting back in certain places or finding ways to supplement your income. And once you've got that big question figured out, next is the fun question, which is, what do you want your financial life to look like? At minimum, you probably want to feel financially stable. Like you're not living paycheck to paycheck and that you're on the way to building some type of wealth. If you're constantly in the red, meaning you spend more than you make most of the time, then this is absolutely where you want to start. And it's exactly where I started years ago too, back when I realized the hard way that I was overspending. So if that's you right now, start there, gang. Focus on how you can tip the scale to where it needs to go so that you can begin to feel financially secure. And then once you've gotten there, you can think about what comes next. What exactly is it that you want to achieve? Because you're not going to hit all your financial goals right away, but you want to know what you're working towards so that you can make small choices each and every day that bring you closer to that goal. And gang, the final big question to ask yourself here, how soon can you get started? And I'll give you a hint on this one. That answer should be today. Because even if you're not in a position to grow your emergency fund tomorrow or to begin investing, you are in a position to begin learning what it takes to work towards financial freedom. Whether that's watching more videos like this, figuring out how you want to track your expenses, which I can certainly help you with, or even setting a time this week that you'll commit to logging into your bank account, looking at your statements, and figuring out the answers to some of those math questions from earlier. Don't make the mistake of waiting for the right time to get your financial life in order, because that time was yesterday. And while it's always easier when you start early, thankfully, it's also never too late to start it all. Gang, I hope this video gave you a helpful way to think about how you might get started on your personal finance journey. If this video was helpful, please give it a thumbs up. Let us know in the comments where your head's at with all of this. And for more tips, be sure to subscribe.